Solar-powered everything. Energy generation in the future. Solar power has been thrust into the spotlight as a result of the global focus on renewable energy, which has established it as the most sought-after energy source in the present day. Increasingly, there's a growing need for solar electricity, which is expected to increase even further in the years to come. Why solar energy will be the preeminent source of energy around the world? Among all the existing energy sources, it is the most abundant, renewable, dependable, and environmentally benign. The solar business has experienced extraordinary growth as a result of technological advancements, as well as incentives provided by the government. The market for solar energy is expected to reach a value of USD 223 billion by the year 2027, as stated by Fortune Business Insights, which indicates that the market has achieved a compound annual growth rate (CAGR) of 11% from 2020 to 2027. Dominance of solar power offers numerous benefits. Solar power is the most popular option for both residential and business customers due to several factors, including the following. An economical choice. Although there may be initial expenses associated with solar panels, they require very little maintenance, and once placed, they can harvest free energy from the sun. Beneficial to the environment, because solar energy does not release any damaging greenhouse gases, it is an environmentally responsible option for combating climate change. Reliable and predictable. Because of its consistent pattern of energy output, the sun is a good source of energy for regions that have unreliable power systems or for isolated sites that do not have a connection to the grid. Developments in innovation and progress. Continuous technological breakthroughs such as solar cells that are flexible and thin make it possible to incorporate them into building materials. This results in the creation of self-sufficient structures that can generate energy and even feed excess energy back into the grid. Where will solar energy go from here? Based on these advancements, the future of solar power appears to be bright. Solar panels that are both larger and better. We may anticipate solar panels that are more efficient and cost-effective, which will enable a bigger generation of energy. Increased storage options. The primary obstacle that solar power faces, energy storage, will see advancements with solutions that are both more economical and more efficient. This will ensure that power is available even under conditions where there is no sunlight. Increased accessibility. As solar technology continues to drop in price, a greater number of people will be able to make use of this renewable energy source, which will result in a decreased reliance on conventional energy sources. Further incentives from the governments all around the world are making investments in renewable energy, and this trend is expected to continue with further incentives to stimulate the adoption of solar power generation. It is a sustainable alternative to traditional energy sources, which is crucial for battling climate change and assuring a cleaner, greener future. This alternative is made possible by technological breakthroughs, increasing accessibility, and government incentives offered by the government. Until the year 2040, solar power is expected to dominate the global energy market. Although solar power has been on the horizon for decades, the popularity of solar power has experienced a rise that has never been witnessed before in recent years. This alternative energy source is not merely a fad, rather it is an essential component of our future. In this video, we will discuss the current situation of the solar power sector, as well as anticipated trends and developments in the industry in the future. The current situation regarding solar energy. Throughout the past few years, the solar power industry has been seeing consistent growth. For instance, in the United States of America, solar capacity increased by 7 gigawatts (GW) in 2019, bringing the total to over 76 GW. This represents a 23% growth over the previous year's total. Similar development tendencies can be seen all over the world, with China being the leader in this regard. As of the year 2023, China has more than 205 gigawatts (GW) of installed solar power, which is equivalent to more than 30% of the total solar capacity in the world. These are some of the trends that are influencing the solar power industry. Breaking down the costs, since 2010, the price of solar panels has decreased by more than 70%, making solar energy more accessible to households and commercial enterprises. By the year 2030, it is anticipated that solar power will establish itself as the most cost-effective kind of energy. This trend is expected to continue. Programs for community solar energy. Through these programs, individuals and corporations can invest in larger solar installations, which allows them to offset the amount of electricity that they consume. Those who are unable to put solar panels on their property can receive solar electricity through their services. Storage of energy. The technology that involves the storage of energy, particularly battery storage, is becoming increasingly widespread. The flexibility it offers in terms of energy use also serves as a backup in the event of power disruptions. Batteries have become a feasible choice for use in homes and companies as a result of technological advancements. Insights into the future projections. There is a great deal of potential in the future of solar power, enhanced rates of adoption. It is projected by the International Energy Agency, IEA, that solar power will supply about a quarter of the world's electricity by the year 2050, which is an increase from the present percentage of 7%. As a result of ongoing technological advancements, solar power will become more appealing as solar panels continue to enhance their efficiency and energy storage capabilities. Solar windows and floating solar panels are two examples of innovative technology that could further assist in increasing acceptance. Policies of the government. It is anticipated that increased government incentives, such as tax credits and rebates, will make solar electricity more accessible to consumers at cheaper prices. The demand for solar power will increase as a result of policies that boost renewable energy and reduce the consumption of fossil fuels. The influence on the environment and long-term viability. Solar energy systems are not only beneficial to the environment, but they also offer several benefits that contribute to the development of sustainable practices. During their operating lives, these systems have fewer emissions of greenhouse gases, GHG, and a significantly reduced discharge of pollution. In a study that was conducted by Ats Lewin from the University of Utrecht, it was found that the expansion of solar energy has resulted in several obvious advantages in terms of sustainability. According to the findings of the study, after 1975, there have been discernible patterns in terms of cost reduction, cumulative energy demand, CET, and greenhouse gas emissions, all of which have occurred concurrently with the rapid growth of installed photovoltaic capacity. According to their research, the cost of photovoltaic PV systems decreases by around 20% every time the capacity of these systems doubles. In addition to this reduction in costs, there have also been beneficial changes in areas other than this one. With every doubling of capacity, the cumulative amount of energy that is required reduces by around 16.5% to 23.6%, and the emissions of greenhouse gases, GHG, likewise decrease by approximately 16.9% to 12.6%. At first, the expansion of the photovoltaic PV industry served as a net primary energy sink and increased greenhouse gas emissions. The findings of the study, on the other hand, indicate that the environmental debt that was accumulated during this boom phase was probably repaid by about 2011 for both carbon dioxide emissions and greenhouse gas emissions. The study demonstrates that a break-even point was reached in about 2017 for carbon dioxide emissions and in 2018 for greenhouse gas emissions. This is the case even in the worst-case scenario, in which environmental repercussions are less favorable. Beginning at this point forward, any increase in solar energy led to a decrease in carbon dioxide emissions and greenhouse gas emissions. Simply said, by the year 2040, solar power is expected to have a dominant position in the global energy industry. Because of its clean, abundant, and sustainable character, as well as the fact that its costs are reducing and the government is supporting it, the future will be cleaner and more sustainable. Why solar energy is positioned to experience rapid growth in countries that are still developing solar energy is currently the most popular topic of discussion in the field of technology. Solar energy is becoming increasingly popular as a solution to meet the electricity requirements of many developing nations as a result of the rapid advancement of solar technology and the growing prices of energy. The expansion of solar power is remarkable, since new nations are adopting the technology and current nations are expanding at a rate that has never been seen before. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.